a quick wrap up of where we currently are.
We got ambushed.
We are on the mountain.
Did.
Two dead crag cats lay at everyone's feet.
All the
Garrett
crying.
is mostly fine, but shaken up still, but all of his wounds have been healed. I think everyone was pretty much all right, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I only got knocked
Yep.
down
And we took a rest.
6,
Okay.
7.
What?
What?
I got hit for like 7 hit points last time.
Yeah.
So Garrett, after the long rest, is going to look over at all of you, and I'm really worried about the rest of the party. They hired me to guide them up this mountain, and maybe not all of them died, or at least some of them.
Is this like an educational opinion or just like a hope?
Well, it was one Yeti, and there were 4 of them. So
Do you know which way they went?
I think everyone ran different directions. But I do know where the Yeti cave is, and we could maybe start there.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Well,
you guys know how to kill a Yeti?
I can't say I've ever actually come across a Yeti before, but
Hi, babe.
Well, Garrett, you and your troop, you guys know how to kill a Yeti?
Anyone happen to have fire?
Fire. I actually would happen to have fire.
I think I have fun.
Sometimes a torch can scare them off, but I know fire does hurt them.
Oh, that
yeah,
is
I don't.
very good to know.
Could I
don't
make
do
a
fire.
history check to see what I know about Yetis?
Yes. Absolutely.
I know nothing about Yetis. I got to
I love when the
3.
dice answer for themselves.
Critical fail.
You might have heard of a Yeti before, but you're not entirely sure. It's kind of maybe a cat-like creature.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Now, the creature you've heard of is called the Yeti.
Like
Completely
the
different
Yeti, like the drink cup.
The coolers,
Camping
obviously.
gear.
You all sore?
It hasn't hit yet.
Um,
Then we're tomorrow.
10.
It'll hit about 9 in the morning.
yeah, I don't know anything about a Yeti either.
It'll hit about 9.
Probably.
I just want to make
They're
sure that I
big,
have. Oh
but
my
they're
god,
not
I'm
very-
actually really good at history. Holy crap, let's do this.
They also probably really good at history. Hang on.
26, baby!
26?
So, you are familiar with Yetis. They are large. They tend to act in societies almost like humans, but they aren't civilized. Like, they have, like, packs of Yetis, if that makes any sense. They tend to be a nuisance and a threat to some of the outer skirts tin towns because they are just coming for food. Everyone is trying to survive in this winter, even the Yetis. You are familiar with Garrett was right. Most of the times a torch can scare them off, but they do seem to be susceptible or very frightened of fire and stay as far away from it as they can. And they also, you would know that the sacrifices that are made for the town, some towns leave out the food for the Yetis. Yetis are sort of like an animal of oral.
An animal of oral?
In a sense.
What?
Okay.
What?
What?
Hold up.
The villagers of the 10 towns
Yes.
believe that.
The villagers of the 10 towns believe what?
That Yetis are like the spirit animal, if you will, of oral.
Is Oral the name of a town?
Yeah, who's
Oral
Oral?
Is
That's my
the
confusion.
Oral is the one that is casting the Eternal Winter.
Oh.
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 Yes,
Okay.
right. The one what made the
Sorry.
plot happen.
See, I don't know where my notes are. So
Understandable.
I did not put that part down. See, I was confused because oral is a word that
I-
actually means something.
I don't know if we had ever actually been told who. If
I
all of
don't.
us don't know.
You know, I read it in the description, but I don't think we talked about it after that, and that's probably.
if it
But
was
so
in the
imagine.
description, then
Okay, so every night, in a certain part of Icewind Dale, Oral goes into the sky and cast the spell to continue the winter. It is nightly that she is casting
I
the spell.
remembered this part, I didn't know the name.
Sorry, it's Auril.
Oh, I took. Okay, no,
Oh,
please
wow.
redo that. I spelt that wrong.
Auril.
I don't really know how
Yeah.
it is correctly
Yep.
pronounced, but like,
Yep.
No, it
I
sounds
spelled that
oral.
really wrong.
I spelt it oral.
Yeah, no, I spelt it. I spelt it like mouth oral. Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway,
But Kira, you also know that Yetis are the like smaller cousins of abominable Yetis,
The
which do
abominable
exist.
snowman.
For the record, I rolled a nat 1, so I have no idea what the fuck Yetis are.
No, don't say that. I also rolled a nat 1, and I'm hoping I just know about them, but I don't
Perfect.
know this.
You and I were just clueless.
They aren't my favorite animal. Not my animal. They're not my favorite enemy.
I just
so
kind
I
of
don't
look.
care.
I look around at the group who are all just kind of silently blinking at one another.
I
And
mean,
I
I
just
rolled
go,
a I rolled a 16. So, Yetis.
yeah.
I know what they are. I've seen
Yes.
one, maybe,
I'm-
in a book.
I'm just like, well, if we happen to see a Yeti, they're probably not alone. But they're dumb as shit. So, we have that on them. We have strategy and intelligence, I think. But definitely better than they do. Also, there's much bigger versions of them called abominable Yetis. Let's try to avoid those.
Are you aware of where they are?
I've never seen one in these mountains personally. Garrett's
Probably,
going to.
probably a good thing. The
Oh,
only
yeah.
people who
Oh,
see them
Garrett, by the
personally
way,
are the
your
ones who
dog's
see
okay.
their last thing.
The dogs are fine. Boy has kind of joined with the other ones, and they are waiting for Garrett again.
Uh,
Suppose we
sorry, I
should
need to remember
go.
the name of my own character.
Timer.
Ima is going to once again kind of bite the bridge of her finger and kind of streak it across her whip. She goes, fine. Interesting. And then just kind of holster her whip, take one of her tinctures out, and just kind of, okay. Are we good to go?
I would say so.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so Garrett is going to start leading everyone back up the like ledge that you had climbed down to get to him. The snow has kind of settled for right now. It is getting into late afternoon, but you know there's no real difference between late afternoon and daytime with the sun being covered. Um, but on the way there, you hear sort of bleeding sound at first,
I
as
was
you
like,
also
why do we hear people bleeding?
as in goats. You come
Oh,
across
I got it.
four mountain goats.
I thought I
On their
also
way.
heard bleeding, and I had was like,
Yeah,
how
me
do we
too.
hear
I was
that?
like, cross it. It took me a minute. It was good.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
It's okay. So,
You
but
come
where
across the party and they're hella dead.
where do we see the goats?
They are climbing a ridge in front of you.
I'm gonna look.
Like, up you know how goats can climb.
Can I make like a
They're skilled.
perception check to see whereabouts it could be, but also the fact that if they're able to climb, we're able to climb.
Dude, goats
Absolutely.
are crazy. They're able to climb shit like nobody's business.
Would this be perception?
Oh, sure.
Would I be able to do an insight to see if they're acting, like cautious or scared or something like that?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Where is nature? Oh god, nature's so good. Why do I have advantage on certain things?
19.
So it does look like with a little bit of skill, you could get up the ridge that they are climbing.
Okay.
16. Nature check.
They seem fine.
Okay.
But I would also like to perceive if I can tell what's on the top of the ridge.
It's about a 25-foot climb. But you can see.
Or can I just not see anything yet?
I don't think you can see anything yet. Not with the avalanche also wiped out a lot of things, so everything is just completely white right now.
I am at home.
Oh, what is this?
In water.
Sorry, I'll watch that video later.
Goats are wild.
Damn, nature, you scared.
So were we wanting to follow the goats?
Garrett's gonna look at where they're climbing. It'd probably shave 2 hours off of where we're going.
I'd prefer to get back to town as soon as possible, so we're gonna take some shortcuts if everybody's alright with that.
You know what we all have? We all have fucking climbing kits!
We do.
So, as everyone tries to follow the goats up their little ledges, it'll be group dexterity checks, and everyone will get advantage on them because of the climbing gear.
Hell yeah,
But I'm going to need 3 with advantage from everyone. So we'll start with like round 1, basically.
Oh, thank God for advantage.
So we're rolling them with advantage.
Because I rolled a 4 for my first one, and then, okay, we're good, we're safe.
I'm flying.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so for the first one I got a 19.
Okay.
Round 1, natural 20 for a 27.
Okay.
Round 1, what roll is this?
Dexterity.
Dex.
Just straight
is that
dex?
normal dexterity?
It's athletics.
Oh, athletics.
Sorry.
So
Okay, hold on.
Oh, that's
I'm gonna
strength-based.
type this.
Acrobatics. Good.
Acrobatics.
I admit the dexterity one, sorry.
What?
Okay, 27 stands.
Yep.
18.
I'm typing it so that you can also just have it.
Okay, so everyone definitely manages to find the right
Round 1
placement
also
for,
nat 20.
for their climbing gear, and you get up about 5 to 10 feet on this first one. So round 2, please.
Again with advantage.
Yes.
17.
Okay.
15, which was almost a 3. Goodness for advantage. Hello?
Oh my god. Guys, this is all on D&D Beyond. Natural 20 for a 27.
Okay.
I want to roll my next one in D&D Beyond just to see what happens.
I'm just Spider-Woman at this point. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay.
Ima is flying past you all. She is finding her footing so quickly. Everyone else does manage to get up the next one, and last roll, please.
And it's still with
21.
advantage.
Yes.
And what
21?
was it? It's acrobatics.
Yes.
Okay, 11. Not the best.
Okay.
Oh no!
One of them's a 14 for me.
Soft.
So it's a 14. Again.
Okay. Okay.
My
Everyone's
very
fine.
first roll with my D&D Beyond my new dice was a nat 20. Since then, no.
It was group rolls, so everyone's fine.
Thanks, Ima.
Ah, no, I got you. Don't worry.
Hey,
Anybody
I
gets one, and then I
helped.
just.
You did. You most definitely did.
I was like doing it in like I was doing it fine. It'd take me a while. But then like they were just like, "Oh man, let's go. Just help me."
Yeah, no, you can actually see for the first time since Ima kind of did that thing that she like hit into her neck, that her dexterity and her movement is incredibly boosted from when you originally met her.
Oh. That I was just rolling the dice just to see how and that one was a nat 20.
32.
It was
Wait,
that
what
I just
happened?
rolled 2d20s, but just the fact that one of those was a nat 20.
So when everyone makes it to the top of this ledge, you can see about 45 feet ahead of you is an opening to a cave. There is kind of staining the snow about 10 feet ahead of the cave, blood on the path.
Oh shit.
Oh my god, what is happening with my phone?
There's like blood like on the snow.
It looks like someone was dragged this direction.
Perception check.
Absolutely.
Ima's going to dip
That's a
down and
natural
just
20
kind of taste the blood to see if it's fresh.
with my normal dice.
You're about 30 feet from the blood right
So
now,
that'd
so it's
be-
about 10 feet from the cave. Are you wanting to get that close?
20.
I'm gonna get closer, yes.
Okay. With your natural 20, you see it is quiet right now outside of the cave. You don't hear any movement.
Can I go to
Um,
the entrance of the cave and check for traps?
Absolutely. The blood is somewhat fresh within the last 24 hours. And you are you rolling for the traps? Or are you do not see any traps.
Does it look like
Oh, wait.
humanoid blood or like goat blood?
It just looks
I
like
forgot
blood.
to add to it.
Blood in general. General
17.
blood.
You don't see any traps.
Good. I don't think there's any traps, but there seems to be a lot of blood. It's probably
It's very recent. It's within the last day or so.
It might be best if we hurry along to see if that we're able to help them.
Yes. Is there anyone here who cannot see in the dark?
I think I have.
Garrett's going to raise his hand.
Jasper raises her hand.
I'm gonna take my
We're good.
mace out and run my hand across it, and it's just gonna erupt in flame.
Cool.
Now you can see.
Thank you.
Absolutely metal as hell. All right.
We enter
And
the
then we're gonna
cave.
making our way inside.
Okay. So the cave I gotta get the book out for this one moment. So as you enter the cave, it is an extremely high roof in this area. It's about 20 feet above you. The ground you are standing on is an ice chasm. So there are certain pieces of it that are fracturing and falling down about 30 feet below. But
Ooh.
in this area, it's about a foot thick of ice. So like where you're standing right now, you feel safe on. Um, but yeah, you can't really. There's no noise or movement coming from this part of the cave.
How far
Great.
do the blood trails go?
Yeah, which way do the
The
blood trails
blood
go?
trails are continuing down into, like, you're gonna have to deeper onto the layer of ice.
I don't think it would do anything, but I'm gonna use primeval awareness.
Use what?
Primeval awareness.
Okay.
To I'm gonna use a spell slot to sense whether or not there are creatures within 6 miles, such as aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead.
Dude, that's like detect good and evil, but better. That's so cool.
Yeah, rangers are cool. People
Um,
never think that rangers are cool, but rangers are freaking cool.
to
I
sense.
almost played a ranger.
And because we're in my favorite terrain, it's 6 miles instead of just 1.
You do not sense anything right now.
Why'd you add right now?
Because the DM likes to make people feel uneasy because it's fun.
I'm not saying if you cast the spell later you won't feel anything. 6 miles is a large
So
radius.
at least I'm still gonna ready an arrow, and I'm just gonna say, let's get on with it.
I'm gonna go sneaky.
All right, people without dark
Try to
vision.
lighten my footsteps.
Stick close.
Oh, were we needing to sneak?
Oh, something dragged these bodies.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace.
Good idea.
Yes, good call.
Everybody gets a +10.
Woo!
If everyone wants to make a stealth check for me.
Dude, pass.
I don't know whether or not to
Trace.
trust my D&D dice, so I'm gonna use this one.
That's actually very good for me because I have disadvantage with.
So do I. Oh, that's not bad either.
Really rough.
Oh, okay.
Also,
Right, okay.
out of game real quick. I don't know why I'm feeling super zony right now. So just a heads up. Like I'm okay. I'm just I don't know what's going on.
I'm
on a
not
new
here
med.
mentally.
2 new meds right now, and it's going nuts. So, but I'm all right.
It's okay. It's a short session today.
So, is it
You get
stealth plus our modifier plus 10?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
28.
With disadvantage. Wow.
With disadvantage.
That is crazy. This spell is dumb.
I know,
33.
but that's good.
Well, I have a plus 6 to stealth.
So
Gotcha.
do I.
So,
Plus 16 is kind of wild.
yeah.
I
Not really a
rolled
way to completely fail.
13 total.
Okay.
However, the majority of us got it with above
Yes.
20s.
Yeah,
So-
33.
The ice pit kind of continues for about another 30 feet. And then it starts sloping downward. If you're continuing now, you are on a more solid ground. It is no longer the ice. But the snow leads down about another 30 feet into a second kind of like opening cave where the blood is leading down. And you can see the body of the half orc that had been at the tavern the night before.
No.
I'm gonna go up. Is he still
He
breathing?
is headless.
alive? Oh, that's great!
Well,
Can I get a perception check from everyone?
Out of curiosity, and this doesn't have to be right now, but so I know that when you die, your body no longer is like you are a person, like you are an object at that point. In theory, could I mend his head back onto him without like necessarily
Mending,
Yeah.
I believe, is for like inanimate objects.
right? But that's what
Yep.
I'm saying. Is technically he would be an inanimate object at this point.
Oh my god.
I don't mean to like
You know,
like,
I
save
see
him. I know this is gonna save
I
him.
see
but,
where you're
like,
coming from,
mhm.
but if I say yes, I feel awfully immoral.
No,
So
the
I'm
reason
going to
the
say
reason I
no.
say this is actually for a very moral
leave
reason.
I
leave the
completely
dead man
understand
be.
why you're trying to,
Just
but
leave the
while
dead
I
man
agree
be.
with you that corpses are now objects,
Oh no, I know that.
I
I just mean that's like a straight up like D&D rule, if I'm correct. Like that's in like PHB, but and it's so awful.
Leave
I
the
hate
dead
it.
man be.
Yeah, at that point, that's like that's where the DM has to be like, you know what, the fucking PHB is wrong.
I feel dirty if I agree with the PHB on this one.
No, I agree. It's super awful. The reason I was trying to is because like I want to like be able to bring him home to his family kind of thing and like not have it be super crazy. But yeah, that's fair.
Hey
Everyone
man,
make those
Anyway,
perception checks.
uh, 19.
Okay.
I got an 18.
Okay.
Oh, I wasn't even rolling. Hold on. Oh my god, can I stop rolling so low? What are we doing? Perception?
Perception.
Yep.
Really awful. Duh.
natural 20 for
Solid
22.
8.
Your fucking dice.
I am on fire today. I'm so
Y'all
glad
are
I'm doing this on D&D Beyond so that this is like
We
this is a thing that people can check.
I'm gonna
So
start
those that
rolling
got
again.
above 16, the passageway that you're in kind of continues another feet, and you can hear movement, quite a bit of movement. You can also hear like very soft cries of pain coming from if you continue forward.
Is the half orc's head anywhere? Can we is or is it just gone?
It's gone.
That's great. Okay. Ignoring him, leaving him, and going on quietly, semi-stealthily,
yeah. Same.
towards the sounds of pain.
Agreed.
Okay, so as you guys continue, the cave opens up once again into a chasm. There in front of you, you can see a yeti, a baby yeti.
Oh.
The baby yeti has the half orc's head,
Hmm.
Oh, it didn't
and
even
you
have the head next to it. Okay.
also see where the cries of pain are coming from. They're coming from the Triton of the party that the Yeti is basically using him to be the goal for the half orc's head as a soccer ball.
What the
Can
Can I get a stealth check as everyone enters the room?
yeah,
You
I think guys, we need
certainly
to. We got to take the surprise round here.
Hmm.
25.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, the fact that D&D Beyond doesn't realize the fact that like I have disadvantage on this roll.
25
It's like, come on, D&D Beyond. I got
with disadvantage.
22. No, 20. Nope. Yep, 22 with advantage.
17.
So they do not notice any of you as you are watching this scene unfold.
Can I? I'm gonna shoot the big one
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
with my bow,
Okay.
aiming
Yep. At the same time,
aiming right in the eyeball.
All right.
I'm gonna cast a spell
Okay.
at the big one.
Okay.
Where's the
Uh,
Triton?
With my stealth, would I be able to get within 10 feet of one of them?
I will allow that, yes.
Okay.
Does
then I
a
will get close and I will whip it good.
Okay.
does a 23 hit to hit him in the
It
eyeball?
does. It
I'm
absolutely does.
getting him in the eyeball.
I'm gonna start moving towards the Triton and try
Yeah,
to
21.
break them out of-
But
That hit. Okay. Hold on.
let me see.
What am I rolling?
I'm also going to where the Where'd it go? Dreadful strike it and deal an extra 1d4 psychic damage.
Okay.
Okay. Hold on, let me figure out how much damage this fucker's taking.
And this would just be like a normal roll, right?
Yeah, they're taking 32.
Okay. What spell did you cast?
It's necrotic damage, if that's what you're asking.
Gotcha.
Is this is just like a normal roll, no advantage or anything, or
No, normal roll.
Okay. Pretty bad. 12 to hit.
That hits.
That hits. Oh, you love to see it.
Mm-hmm. I don't like the fact that that's so low.
Me?
What? No, I
thought you were
don't like the
talking
fact
about
that
my
it's so
damage
low.
after you're like fucking
No!
30. I'm like, I got my 6.
9 points of
I don't like the fact that the AC is so low.
9 points of whip damage, 3 points of fire.
Why am I
Okay.
so...
I also need to take 3 points of damage to activate my Crimson Ray.
Because
Okay.
that means either it's got a lot of hit points, it's immune to so much, or it's got a lot of damage output. Or all of the above.
So
I shot it in the eye,
Yeti,
though. It's blind in one of
the
them.
Yeti is going to cry out as all of these attacks land and move, like stumble backwards, really, to put their body between you all and the tyke.
Now do we roll initiative?
Absolutely.
But also, yeah, Andy has gone to try and take the Triton.
Yeah, actually, I was gonna cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay, he doesn't seem to be super wounded before you use that spell slot. He
Okay.
does see, he has several levels of exhaustion right now, but he is moreover okay, no broken bones or anything like
Okay,
that.
then I shan't. I shall
Okay,
just assume he's okay.
okay.
And just try to grab him and get him out of there as fast as I can. Or even, like, shove him out of the range. Get him the hell out of there.
Right, we're rolling.
Oh,
We're rolling initiative.
dude, I saw an awesome way to have initiative today on TikTok, and I want to implement it at some point because it's really great. Ooh, great. I'm just rolling
4.
so bad tonight. I rolled a 4 initiative.
Soft 20.
So, who has the highest dexterity out of Ima and Poppy?
I have an 18.
I currently have a 20.
Okay.
I'm his first.
So, I'm a first. All right. Where what would you like to do, ma'am?
Okay. Okay, lay of the land. Who are the current combatants?
So
There's
the tyke or the Yeti is about 15 feet. They stumble back from you on your last attack. 15 feet ahead of you. They are shielding their child, you presume, with their body. And then about 15 to 20 feet to your left, is where the Triton is being freed. At like she's helping him to his feet and everything.
So there's currently only one, like, I'm not considering the tyke a threat.
Hey, wait.
But, like, only,
There's
like, one threat,
currently,
right?
yes.
Because we also
Part
learned
of me-
the abominable Yetis, and I wonder
Part
if
of me
there's
doesn't
more
want to kill
escape.
it.
Can I look around to see if there are more tracks than just a big and small Yeti?
Absolutely. Make a perception check.
Yeah.
Or nature, if you will.
I would rather nature.
I figured.
Andy's gonna
16.
say to the group, this is
So-
what Yetis look like. Oh no.
you do see another set of footprints much larger than the one that you're currently facing.
Yep.
I say
Um,
we hightail it out of here.
so, what I would actually like to do, so it's about 15 feet away from me, right?
Uh-huh. No, they're 50. Yeah, yeah, yes.
They're about 15 feet. Okay, so my whip has a range of 10.
Uh-huh.
I would like to stand where I am and crack the whip in front of it so
Okay.
that it flares out the fire to see if I can get it to just stay in place.
Okay.
Um,
You crack the whip and the Yeti sees the fire and kind of lets out a roar and just steps backward, like, moving her son backwards.
okay, perfect. And then I'm going to move over to kind of where they're getting the Triton out. And
Who else was in the other adventuring party? Real quick.
There were the
Um,
tiefling twins.
Tiefling twins, Triton, half
We
orc.
see any signs of them?
You have not seen any signs of them.
I didn't see their tracks or any sort of dragging with a
No.
16. Okay. I'm just going to kind of turn to the group, and I'm going to say it very, very quietly, because we're in a cave, there's no other noises. I'm just going to be like, there is something bigger down there. Grab the Triton. Get out.
Jasper just nods.
Um, and yeah, that'll be it for me.
I don't know if it's gonna show this, but hang on, hang on.
A 1.
What the fuck?
They had one hit point left.
Who did?
Who did?
The Yeti. The mama
Oh.
Yeti.
I'ma smack it.
No.
You were just saying you don't want to
can't,
kill
you
it.
I'm kidding! Jeez.
We could go from 0 to murder hobo party
You're
really
crying.
easily.
She was just protecting her baby. So, everyone is fleeing out of the cabins now.
Well.
I want to
Okay.
see if I can
I want-
loot the corpse
Is there
first.
anything else? Can I look around and see if I see any sign of the tiefling twins?
Yeah, absolutely. Are you doing that inside the cave?
Yup.
Make a perception check, please.
Are tieflings considered fae?
They are not.
Okay.
They are considered to have infernal bloodline.
Okay.
23.
Okay. You don't see any footsteps small enough to be theirs, if that makes any sense. But you can hear with that the Triton, and he's sort of muttering to himself that she ran left. He couldn't stop her, but she ran left.
I'm gonna go left.
Okay. So you're
Like brandishing my mace, which is still on fire, towards the Yeti to keep it away.
Okay.
And heading.
They all had shiny
Away.
weapons. I want to see if in our brief running past the half orc, if I can see his weapons.
he had a great sword on him.
Doesn't phase me. I leave it.
Okay. So as everyone makes their way back up to the top of the mouth, with the 23 perception, you're still looking for the footprints. You can see two sets of footprints running off to the left of the caves, and you can also see where the Triton ran inside the cave and split off from the other two.
Okay, and the half orc's body.
Yes.
Can I drag that with me?
It would definitely slow you down, but yes.
That's fine.
Okay.
Just haul him over your shoulder.
Yep, that's what I'm doing. I'm just
Okay. Gotcha. So yeah, you make your way back up with his body over your shoulder.
And once I get to the outside of the cave, I'll like prop it and leave it to go look for the tieflings, but I do, if we can, I want to swing back and get it.
Okay. So you both, everyone starts making their way, following the footprints. The avalanche has sort of lost the trail that they left. So Can I get perception checks from everyone, like as a group check?
Ooh.
Alright, very nice.
26.
Okay.
21.
5.
19.
Okay, so after about half an hour to 45 minutes of looking through the snow, you have started to kind of go further up this mountain. The air is becoming thinner um, as you climb, and you see ahead of you, about 45 feet or so, a pair of bright blue shoes sticking out of the snow.
I run to it.
Yep.
Okay,
Start
about
digging.
5 feet from these shoes, as you get closer, you can see a sort of like makeshift camp, and you see Asterix, which was the female tiefling, as the Triton calls out to her. Um, but she is completely frozen as you get closer.
Is she
Oh
dead?
no.
Yes,
Is she like dead or just
she looks like she has been sitting there for a hot minute. She continued to run upwards, so the air has gotten like super super thin up here, and from the looks of it, it looks like she just sat down and died.
She just gave up.
Uh, I'm going to run over to the Triton and kind of get him to not yell.
Yeah.
I'd like to sneakily loot the body.
Okay, you find on her
I'm just gonna watch you with a very disapproving look
a
on my
potion of
face.
invisibility
You
and
can
a
disapprove all you
spell
want.
book.
And sorry,
What?
what?
And a
So just a
spell
very
book.
disapproving look on my face as she loots the body.
Is that all?
Yes.
What was her... So would it be safe to assume that she didn't necessarily have weapons? Her weapon was the spell book.
Do you want to know what spells are in it?
Sure.
I don't know if anyone can
can I cast them?
learn spells.
I have access
Mm-mm.
to spells.
I don't think so.
Sure. What are the spells?
You have alter self, cloud of daggers,
Wait!
comprehend
Wait!
languages,
You're going too
detect
fast.
magic,
You're going too fast.
expeditious retreat, scorching ray, shield, suggestion, and Tensor's floating disc.
Going too
What?
fast.
Okay.
Start over. I was typing
Send
it
it
out.
after. Send it after.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll type it out. There was a lot.
okay.
Basically, do we have a wizard in the party?
Nope.
Because the spellbook doesn't act as spell scrolls. But if we had a wizard in the party, then you probably could have copied them into a spellbook.
But you can always hold on to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on
Yeah,
to
we'll
it,
hold on to it.
and I'm gonna put the potion of invisibility in my bag.
Okay.
Noting the look that I'm getting from Poppy, however, I'm just ignoring it.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just. Can. So there's just one of them. No sign of the other? Or can we look around and see if we see the other one?
The boots sticking out of the snow kind of resemble the same coloration as Asterix.
So they're both dead. Okay. I'm gonna dig.
I'd like to loot the other body, please.
Oh,
Okay. He had a set of daggers on him, so there are 5 throwing daggers,
I'll take those.
and 20 arrows and a crossbow.
Ooh, wait, 5 throwing daggers. Is it a light or heavy crossbow?
It is a light crossbow.
Light crossbow, 20 arrows. What's it? I'm not gonna go that far, never mind. I was gonna ask what his boots look like,
Oh my god.
but I'm fine.
Poppy would physically fight you.
Jasper has learned that in the world, if somebody's not using this thing and you need it, free game.
You don't need the boots.
I don't need the boots, that's why I didn't go for him. Danica
Can I
had
just
that
drag
thought for
both
half
of
a
them down the
second.
mountain? The bodies, and then swing back around. Does somebody want to help me carry these down? I don't want to leave them up here.
Uh,
Gesturing to the 3 corpses that I've amassed.
if someone else has a way of doing it, I think the 2 people with the fire weapons should probably have their hands free. Does one of them look like? Does one of the tieflings look light enough that I could just kind of like caveman style throw them over my shoulder and keep the whip in
They
my other hand?
they both were very tiny, so you could probably definitely do that, and then Garrett is going to start dragging the other one.
I'll help
Okay.
I'm just
drag
gonna
the
hand
bodies.
my flaming mace to one of the other 2.
We had a sled. Where did that go?
It's
Oh,
buried
yeah,
in
can
an
we-
avalanche.
Is it?
No,
yeah, it is.
oh,
Oh.
the dogs were fine.
Oh.
That was after the
Can we
avalanche.
pile the bodies onto the sled?
Absolutely. So the
We're gonna
sled
do
was
that.
back at the down past the Yeti cave. So as you are stopping back to get the third body, you don't hear anything from inside the cavern or anything. Like, everything sounds quiet as you guys are walking past it. But as you guys are going to get to that last there's a Yeti with a mountain
God
goat in his
fucking
mouth.
damn it.
Do we still have Pass
And
Without a Trace?
Lasts for an hour.
it I'll say you still have it for like 5 minutes.
Let's just sneak on by.
Oh, sneak, sneak, sneak,
Okay.
sneak, sneak.
Sneaking the sneaking.
He is on his way back to his cave. Just, hunt.
Tiptoe, tiptoe,
Done.
tiptoe, tiptoe.
It's a 19 sneak.
Okay.
Sneak a sneak.
Wait. Yeah, 19.
Would have much rather had that other roll.
28. With disadvantage.
17.
Also 17.
Okay, yeah. So everyone sneaks past him without him ever noticing that you were there in the first place. And you make your way and load the cart back up full of these bodies now. The Triton has been pretty much just silent since you found the bodies of the tieflings. He just seems to be in shock.
Gonna walk next to him. Be like, hey, how you holding up?
Everything changed very quickly for me, and now I guess I'm by myself.
You got any plans?
Not a single one. I didn't really think I'd get out of that cave.
All right, I'm gonna give you one. When you get to town, all right, you're gonna find a tavern, get something warm to eat, something to drink. Take a minute. Then, when you're ready, come find us. We'll bury your friends, and we can help you figure out something from there.
Thank you.
All right?
Probably the best course of action.
Where were you headed? He hears in his head.
Uh, I the plan was all up to Asterix. We were following her lead more than anything. She had heard about crazy things like a dragon trying to be reborn, and I didn't believe her, but I at least wanted to prove her wrong.
Where did she hear about this dragon being reborn?
She said someone had come up to her about it, about the stone that she had found. She gave them the stone, but she didn't exactly keep it a secret like they requested.
But you don't know who this was.
I have no idea. She said it was some other tiefling, which there aren't too many around here. I mean, but I had never seen her talk to one.
Well, we've got some injured people. Got a partner that really wants to see his man. So let's worry about that afterwards.
So many side quests.
So we're heading back?
Yeah, we're heading back.
Okay.
Good.
What?
I saw you move your mouth. I did not hear a word you
We
said.
didn't hear you.
I said, what if that wasn't a side quest?
Dun, dun, dun.
What if that was the main
No,
quest?
we know it's not. We're avoiding that one.
Good. Honestly,
We're avoiding
for
the
as,
main
as
one.
long as possible. That's always the goal.
We'll figure that out later. We're just gonna take some side quests first, rack up the
The levels.
experience.
Rack up the levels, the loot.
Yeah.
At one point, we'll have a base that we can customize. We know how RPGs go.
So it takes about 2 to 3 hours for everyone to make their way back on foot to the town of Targos. Had to remember what town we were in. But the trip is uneventful. The snow is kind of, it's not as bad as at some points right now. Everything's mostly settled, and it is starting to get dark as you guys enter the town.
I made sure we didn't get lost.
You found it back absolutely no problems.
You're welcome. That's what appears to be all I'm good for.
Oh my god.
My fucking 6 damage to the fucking Yeti.
I'm a healer, Poppy says, as she does 32 fucking damage.
I miss
I am
being
a child of God.
spellcaster.
Just
Talk
don't
to
ask
people,
which god.
mine.
Don't ask which
That's it.
one.
But Garrett is going to immediately start kind of like beelining for his house when you guys get to a certain point.
Yeah, that's fair. I
Yeah,
don't even stop.
understandable.
I'm like, you
Yep,
get
you
your
go,
man.
buddy.
We let him
He
go.
waves like a thank you to everyone as he goes and just pretty much
We've
books it.
Still
He'll be
got
back for the
his
dogs
sled and
later.
his dogs.
He'll be back for the
I'm
dogs
probably
later.
stuck.
He has other worries right now. A
Oh.
panicked husband at home.
He's got a point.
Just kind of go over and like nicely just tie the dogs to whatever like sort of
It's
thing they
too.
have.
It's too cold to leave them out here.
Is there? Well, I'm assuming that they have like lodging for their dogs.
No
or whatever.
dogs.
They're fine.
It's
They'll be
still
fine.
They've been out like all day in the snow.
And they're probably cold.
He'll be back for them before the night is over if it makes you feel better.
Is there a place to bury the bodies? Like, is there a cemetery or a graveyard or a church or somewhere that would make sense to bury 3 bodies?
Most of the burials have recently been burnings because of how hard it is to dig right now.
Okay.
Just light
Is
them
there
on
a pyre?
fire.
Or should I make one?
There is a pyre on the outskirts of the town.
Okay. I'm gonna start dragging them that way.
I help.
Yeah. Now that we're out of Yeti territory.
Yeah, I've long since waved my hand over my mace again and put it away. And
We've had way more of a short rest, so she is not Ina is not as agile as she used to be when she was climbing the mountain. She's still pretty agile for like, you know, as compared to a normal person, but none of that like fucking superhuman shit.
Did you want to go ahead and burn the bodies?
if the
It's right.
Triton.
He's here. He's fine with it.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do
So
that with him.
Okay, he does start to cry at a certain point, but at the end of it, he takes your hand. Not many people would have cared enough to drag the bodies back down with them.
It's kind of what I do. Or did.
Well, I can't thank you enough, and if you ever need assistance or anything, and you have a very capable crew here, but I guess come find me.
What's
Same
your
goes
name,
for you.
buddy?
It's Alfred.
Alfred.
Alfred the Trite.
I love it.
He's got like gills on the side of his throat, very green, like greenish blue coloration.
My only note for this guy is Alfred the Triton, survivor's guilt out the ass.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's there's not enough gold in either in any of the 10 settlements to pay for this man's therapy bills.
Yeah,
No.
no,
No.
no, no. Okay, but imagine the trauma of being a goalpost for your dead friend's head.
Exactly.
Good God. Um, okay, before
Oh
we
yeah.
leave him, just gonna put a hand on his shoulder. Be like, you'll be alright, but just to help you get through tonight. And then I'm gonna cast Calm Emotions.
The crying kind of like immediately stops and he nods like he feels better and dips his
Go
head
get
to
some
you
sleep.
all and heads to the tavern.
By the way, just as like a side tangent, I am so glad that the D&D community has basically homebrew canoned that spell. Because if you
What?
ever look up the spell,
Calm.
and nobody ever does because it's
Yeah.
called Calm Emotions and it should do what we're using it for, but like
Yes.
it so doesn't work
Mm-hmm.
that way pen and paper.
No, it doesn't.
Oh,
It's
really?
It
fine.
works that way. It works that way because we want it to.
It
Yes.
works
I
Because
that
love
way
good
that.
for
because the
role playing
spell is called
purposes.
Calm Emotions, and why wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
No, that's really cool.
But there is the you guys have a choice now. There's the Luskin Arms Inn if you wanted to go to bed, and then there's the Fleet Three Flags Sailing Tavern. I can't talk.
I want food.
Okay, this is the
Yeah.
tavern. So I'm sorry, Danny, but that's where we have to end. But beginning of next session, you're at the tavern.
What happened?
Nothing.
You'll see at the
What?
beginning of next session.
We'll see next time, apparently.
Plans.
Okay.
Okay.
You just hear, like, Jasper looks around a bit, and you just hear under her breath, that motherfucker.
What?
Well, shit.
Jasper, you good?
I'm alright.
What's going on?
Nothing.
Are you... All
Can I
right.
roll bullshit?
Yeah, I call bullshit.
What role for
Maybe.
me would this be?
Deception.
Triple bullshit.
I mean, it's not that motherfucker.
It was the I'm fine that they're trying to find bullshit on.
Yeah. Is it insight? Is
Yes.
that what
I
it
think
is?
it would be insight, yeah.
Okay.
Doity 20.
24.
25.
Yeah, what the fuck is up with that?
Come on.
What the
From-
fuck is up with that?
From what you've gathered, with my natural 20, she's fine.
Oh shit. Nat 20?
What's
Fuck.
the modifier?
What is your modifier for deception? Holy shit.
Okay, that would be a 24 total.
Okay.
25, bitch.
It's a nat
No.
20!
Poppy.
20's down there.
From her like suddenly erratic behavior, you get the sense that she was waiting for someone or like she was expecting someone to be here.
Just gonna look at you. Like, I know you're lying to me. I'm disappointed in the fact that you're lying to me. But I'm not gonna say anything yet.
She gives you a wink.
All right, everybody, food, come on.
But I think that is where we're gonna end the session tonight. I'm so sorry it was so short.
Gesturing all
Don't
of
worry
them.
about it. Honestly,
No,
it
we're
went really
good.
well.
Honestly,
moving
we
on.
needed like a
my
little filler.
focus is it's starting to leave.
Yeah. I think tonight having an early session was like the best thing we could have done.
Yeah.
We've got our little filler to get us back into town.
At least, no more Yetis for a while. Maybe
Y'all,
we'll
I'm
see
worried.
what has.
For now.
For now. They're not that scary though. I mean, you guys all almost killed